Maya almost quit on a Tuesday morning, standing alone in the rain with a coffee cart nobody wanted. That morning, 3 years ago, changed everything. She had $500 saved from double shifts at a diner, an old rusty cart, and a dream everyone laughed at. Coffee carts don't last, people told her. Get a real job. Maya said nothing back. She just woke up at 4 the next morning, and the morning after that. The first few months were brutal. Some days she sold 10 cups. Some days it poured rain, and people rushed past her without even looking. She would sit alone on a plastic stool, watching umbrellas hurry by, wondering if everyone else was right about her. But quitting never felt like an option. Every night she told herself, one more morning, just one more. Then, one ordinary Thursday, a woman in a business suit stopped by. She tried a cup, paused, and said, "Wait, this is really good." She came back the next day, and the next. She brought her coworkers. Within weeks, a small line was forming outside Maya's cart every single morning. But Maya didn't relax. She got hungrier. She started roasting her own beans by hand. She tested new recipes late at night. When a customer asked for oat milk, she had it ready the very next day. When someone said her cups felt too small, she changed them by the weekend. She wasn't just selling coffee. She was listening, adapting, and building trust one cup at a time. And people noticed. They didn't just return for the coffee anymore. They returned for her. Then came the morning that changed her life forever. A stranger walked up to her cart, not for coffee, but with a proposal. He was an investor, and he had heard whispers about that famous little cart from a friend of a friend. He offered to fund her first real coffee shop. Maya's hands trembled as she shook his. She barely managed to say yes. 6 months later, the doors of her very first shop opened. Warm lights, the smell of fresh beans, a line stretching down the street. A second shop followed, then a third. Her name started popping up in conversations across the city, then the country. Nobody was laughing anymore. 5 years after that lonely rainy Tuesday, Maya's coffee brand crossed $1 billion in value. Hundreds of shops, thousands of employees, a name recognized everywhere. But here's the part people don't expect. Success didn't change where her heart lived. Late one night, long after the interviews and headlines, Maya walked back to that same street corner, the one where it all started. She stood there in the dark, alone, the way she used to. No fancy suit, no cameras, just her and the memory of a rusty little cart that almost didn't make it past its first winter. She smiled, because she finally understood something most people never learn. The world doesn't remember where you started. It remembers that you didn't stop. And that is exactly why, to this day, every new employee at her company hears the same story on their very first day. Not the story of a billion-dollar brand, but the story of one girl, one cart, and one decision to try again tomorrow.